Viewer discretion is advised.
The D-Team.
Hey everybody, welcome to a special edition D-Team podcast chronicling the Halloween Horror Nights 2023. This is going to be a pre-plan episode in order to help the newbies as well as the veterans going, to give a little bit of an insight on what I do in order to plan ahead for Halloween Horror Nights in general, but this one is specific to 2023. First things first, my Scream Squad and I like to wait for all the dates to come out and plan ahead. This year the dates start September 1st and they end November 4th. They're not doing any Monday or Tuesday events except for on Halloween. After that, we go ahead and check all the ticket prices. This year the basic entrants go from $79.99 to $119.99. There are other packages and other items you can purchase in order to add to your ticket, such as the Express Pass, which start at $119.99, which I don't do, but some people like to do it because it gets them a little quicker in line, but that's up to you. There's also the RIP tour, which is a guided VIP walking tour, which you get into every house. It's a VIP entrance to every single house, but that starts at $329.99. What I end up liking to do is it's called the Scream Early ticket. It allows you in at about 3 o'clock, anywhere from between 3 and 5 o'clock. It costs $40 extra on your ticket. And it gives you a chance to ride a couple attractions, hang out for a little bit, and then you're guaranteed a spot in line before anybody else gets in the park. Now, the hours of the event is from 6:30 p.m. until 2 a.m. every night. The opening ceremony starts at about 6:30. So if you've never been, the opening ceremony is really cool. But if you want to get in early with the Stay and Scream or the Scream Early Pass, you're going to miss the opening ceremonies, but you're going to avoid the crowd. Alright, so on to what to pack. Pack for Florida weather. Rainy, hot, muggy weather. So shorts, sneakers, t-shirts, comfortable clothing. Make sure you have all your chargers for your phones and devices that you're doing, although Universal Studios does not allow you to have any of those items on any attraction. So if you're actually going on rides, they're going to make you put it in a locker. Also, when it comes to clothing, make sure you're not trying to dress up like a character that's there. They're very strict on costumes and whatnot. Yeah, you can wear garb for any of the houses, Chucky or Exorcist, or any like cool shirts or shoes or hats or bags, anything like that. Have fun dressing up for it, but don't try to dress up like you're a vampire and then think you're gonna go in Vamp 69. They do take you all out of the park for stuff like that. Alright, pull out your pens and papers. It's time to write down your homework. Just kidding. I like to call it the homework because I think it's a lot of fun to go out and watch all the movies and TV shows and play the video games that are all involved in the immersion of all the attractions and scare zones and anything else going on. In order to make sure you're all ready for everything, you should probably brush up on your Chucky series. Watch all the movies as well as the first 2 seasons of the TV show on Sci-Fi Channel /USA Network. Season 3 will premiere on October 4th, so that will involve everything to do with the Chucky attraction because of the fact that there is no set storyline. It's called Ultimate Kills. And then there's The Last of Us. It's really based off the PlayStation game, but you do also have the first season that you could watch as well. From what I understand, it follows both of them pretty well. Stranger Things Season 4 from Netflix. If you've never seen Stranger Things, please go watch them. It's really cool. But Season 4 is what this one's based off of. The Exorcist, there are 5 movies out currently right now. 2 of which, though, are the same thing. So the prequels, pick one before you watch them. And then you have 1, 2, and 3 of the original series. Now, the new one is based off of one that hasn't come out yet. It was originally docked for October 13th. Now they pushed it up to October 6th, from what I understand. Taylor Swift is the reason for that. So if you're going in October, you'll at least already see it. If not, this will be a great preview for it. Make sure you watch Megan, because there is a horde of Megans doing a whole little dance troupe. It's pretty cool from what I've seen already. Make sure you're watching some of the classics, such as The Invisible Man, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, The Phantom of the Opera, and The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And it's not the Disney version. Make sure you're watching the classics on all of these, because they're based on those. There's a couple different versions that go on throughout the years that are the same or similar stories, but they're based more on the classics than everything. There's also the Discover Universal podcast that goes over some of the other houses that are more of the originals rather than the IPs that we already have. And then, brush up on old videos of anybody else's. I do have the past 2 years of my at least reviews that kind of give you a heads up on how the houses are and stuff like that. So if you've never gone, you want to go back and check those out. Gives you a better idea of what you're dealing with. Make sure before you head out there that you're getting the Universal app, so you actually have your wait times on the app, so you're not walking around to each house to try to find out what the wait time is for that one. And it's gonna eliminate the amount of time you're gonna be standing in line. And then when you get there, make sure you grab a map, so it's gonna tell you where all the houses are. There are plenty of rides open. There are 5 of the majors. It's Transformers The Ride 3D, Revenge of the Mummy, Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, Men in Black Alien Attack, and the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Diagon Alley, Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. There's going to be a limited line for each one. I know Harry Potter closes before all the other ones, but the remainder stay open for a majority of the night. You just got to check your wait times on the app. There's so much food based on all kinds of different, all the different houses and all the different scare zones. So make sure you're checking those out beforehand to get a good idea of what you want. Most everything is pretty reasonably priced, between $10 and $15. What is a necessity, in my opinion, is the Freestyle Cup, especially if you're a soda drinker. I believe it's $17.99 plus tax for the initial, and then for every refill, or for the refill, if you go a different day, it's $10.99. But you can fill up your cup all night at any of the Coca-Cola machines. So that's a really cool thing to have. And if you are an alcohol drinker, they do have specialty beverages. But there's the light up 20-ounce souvenir cup that's at $16.50, and each refill throughout the night is $12.50 instead of just paying $12.50 for a 16-ounce the entire night, or each one the entire night. Stores and merch, you can get that when you walk in. There are carts everywhere just getting on the property, as well as you have the Universal store, as well as anywhere inside the actual park during the event. There's all kinds of merch, t-shirts, hats, lanyards. I mean, you name it, they pretty much have it. Just make sure you're setting your goals. Know what you want to do. Know where you want to go. What's most important. If you have a certain amount of houses you want to hit and then just eat the rest of the night and just kind of hang, that's up to you. But my goals are always to hit every single house and eat as much as I possibly can in each area, because I like to tour everything. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. And also please give us a follow on our socials, such as our Instagram. We have at Vindicator311, which is my personal. We have at DTeam Podcast, which is the podcast one. Snake.eyes.fla is my cosplay. On Twitter, X, whatever it's called, we have at Incredible311, which is mine. We have the D-Team Podcast and D-Team 1971. And on Facebook, you have Justin Yeagerman, and you also have the D-Team Podcasts page. And please take the time to go over to faceofhorror.org/2023/Justin Yeagerman to give me a vote to make the 2023 Face of Horror. All votes are free unless you do the scare votes, which are to benefit the Be Positive Foundation, which the video is attached.
My name is Joe McDonough, and I'm co-founder of the Andrew McDonough Be Positive Foundation. The Be Positive Foundation was born out of the tragedy of my son's passing. My son Andrew was 14 years old, played 4 games of soccer on a Saturday in January 2007. Just 48 hours later, he was diagnosed with leukemia, sepsis, and went into cardiac arrest. The doctor said my son wasn't going to live through the night. They revived him, and he lived 166 bonus days. We found out his blood type was B positive, which was just so fitting because that was the way Andrew lived. And immediately, his sister Allie started drawing posters on the door. Don't come into this room unless you're going to be positive. Our mission, quite simply, is to fight childhood cancer. The way we do that is really threefold. We fund childhood cancer research, we help families of kids with cancer nationwide, and I go out and speak to groups all over the country to spread the Be Positive message, to live like Andrew and make the most of each day.
The research we do here is focused on new therapies targeted specifically at pediatric cancer. Joe's been great. He's always taken a real interest in what we're doing and give us that boost to really help us stay focused on the goal, why we're doing this for the kids.
If Be Positive didn't exist, we would feel very lonely in our journey. Having the support, also seeing a foundation make so many advances and giving so much money locally makes us feel like we're making a difference also. Funding
from Be Positive has been the bedrock for what we do. It's provided all the key pieces of equipment that we use for the work we're doing here, and there's been really interesting discoveries in recent years that have really allowed us to explore some new ideas for therapies that be much more specific for children than the current therapies.
The community of childhood cancer families is going to benefit from the Andrew McDonough Be Positive Foundation. We are going to be there for them, both financially, for support, as a resource. We can't take the cancer out of their child's body, but we're going to do everything else that we possibly can. We have a very compelling story that will resonate with the world if you'll open the door for me.
I just survived Halloween Horror Nights alone. Looks like the rumors aren't true.
You're not alone.
Did you forget about your sister?
You know we just got here. I was recording.
What is that? I've seen this before.
Yeah, me too.
Come on.
No.
Absolutely not.
Come on. Oh, weird.
This isn't creepy at all.
What is this place?
This isn't on the park map.
Guys? You guys?
Oh, this isn't funny.
What is it? Help! Help, please! Somebody!
Where am I? Hello? Sophia, is that you?
Ava?
Sophia. 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 Please, Sophia, come on, wake up!
Don't be afraid. Belong with me. Summon your Scream Squad to Universal's Halloween Horror Nights, featuring Stranger Things, The Exorcist, Believer, The Last of Us, and more.
Knowing is half the battle.